Where's he at? All right, hey, both of you come out here. Where's the guy what happened?
On my phone. He does not have a phone.
Okay.
There's a person laying on the floor in that living room.
Okay, we gotta make sure everything's safe. Talk to him.
Officers arrive at the home of Mark Bates, where his roommate, Robert, has just discovered Mark's body, riddled with multiple stab wounds. As the investigation unfolds, familiar faces and buried tensions come to light. Yet, Mark's death stays a secret to the very end.
Blood's all over the place. You have blood on yourself. You have blood all over your clothing. The neighbors saw you come over with blood. There's blood all over their house.
At approximately 10:15 a.m. on Sunday, October 1st, 2017, the Twinsburg Police Department received a distressing 911 call reporting a person suffering from multiple stab wounds at a residence in Ohio.
911, what's the location emergency? Okay, what's the address?
Darrow Road, Twinsburg, Ohio.
What's going on there?
My friend, he got a stab wound to him. He needs help right away, please.
Who stabbed him?
I don't know.
Oh, this is a house, right? Across from him?
Yes. It's the corner house, please.
Okay. How long has it been like that?
I don't know. I just woke up.
And you don't know how he got like this or how long he's been like this?
I don't know. I just woke up. I was laying on the couch.
Okay, do you know where you guys were last night, or was there a fight or something?
I don't remember.
As officers race to the scene, they have no idea that what awaits them will spiral into a far more twisted case.
What's going on? Where's he at? All right, hey, both of you come out here. Where's the guy what happened?
On my phone. He does not have a phone.
Okay.
There's a person laying on the floor in that living room.
Okay, we gotta make sure everything's safe. Talk to him. Is anyone else in the house?
No, there's a dog. There's a dog locked in one of the notes. I am the neighbor across the street. He came to my house in deep distress because he woke up and found his friend laying on the floor of their living room. I don't know anything more than that. I brought him over here. He called 911 with my phone.
Okay. I really appreciate you staying with me.
As several officers step inside the house, they are met with a chilling sight. In the living room, 26-year-old Mark Bates Jr. lies face down between the couch and the coffee table, motionless and unresponsive.
Sir, you alright? Sir? You okay? Sir? Hello? Cold touch, no pulse.
Who are you?
I'm his best friend.
Okay. What's your name, dear? I don't understand. I'm sorry.
It is Robert Hanford.
Okay, Mr. Hanford, who's the guy inside?
His name's Mark Bates.
Okay. Were you here last night?
Yes.
Did you wake up and find him?
Yes.
Okay.
And he doesn't have a phone, so he came to me to get a phone.
Out there, he was laying on the ground. 77.
Who else was here?
Just me and him.
Okay. Were you guys drinking? Were you using drugs?
Drinking, yes.
What were you using?
We weren't using any drugs, we were just drinking.
Okay. What time last night did you last see him talk with him?
I don't remember. It was, I don't know.
Okay. Do you remember what time you got home yesterday?
My dad picked us up about, I don't remember. It was I think like 6 o'clock maybe.
Okay, so around dinner time yesterday, somebody picked you up.
It was my dad.
Your dad? Where'd he pick you up from?
He took us up to the store. He picked us up from here.
And he brought you home. Okay. And you guys were drinking? You guys were like roommates or something?
Yeah, he's my best friend.
Okay. I'm just trying to understand the relationship. I don't know if this is your best friend or if this is a romantic interest or if this is,
my best friend.
just your best buddy. You guys are roommates.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys are drinking and what? Are you watching a movie or playing video games, talking?
I don't remember. We're here and I don't know. I woke up on the couch. And I ran across the street and he used my phone. I don't have one. Mine was dead. So.
Okay.
As Robert struggles to piece together the grisly events from the night before, officers inside the house make even more harrowing discoveries.
I don't see anything visible on the arms. It looks like blood from his mouth. I don't know. There's blood in his back from the look of it. I don't know where it's coming from, though. No, I haven't moved anything to...
Is that blood on the sword there?
There's blood on this poster.
Number 728.
Blood on the boxes, blood on the top of the boxes.
Yeah.
There's blood on the couch.
To the officers, the cause of Mark's death appears painfully clear. But to their frustration, Robert's poor memory offers no clues as to what could have led to Mark's brutal death.
This is Robert. Robert lives here with this gentleman. They're roommates. He says they were together last night. They were drinking. He fell asleep on the couch, and he woke up and found this. There's no one else here. Okay. He's got blood on his hands. He's got blood on his clothes.
All right. Okay. Do you have anything in your pockets? Okay, we're going to search you, okay? Go ahead and stand up. Come here, put your gloves on. We're just going to search you, okay?
You got anything on you?
Hands up on your head, please. Yep, on your head. Okay. These are clothes you've been wearing all night?
Yeah, I've been them too.
Okay, what's your name? Robert. Okay, Robert. Have a seat right here, okay?
While some officers try to pull whatever details they can out of Robert, another unit heads out to question the neighbors after securing the scene. It's during these conversations that they uncover that Robert had made similar attempts earlier that morning.
Hi, there's an incident next door at your neighbor's house.
Okay.
Just wondering if you heard anything over the last 12 hours or so that was out of the ordinary?
Somebody was knocking on my door and I came down.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see anybody.
Okay.
I don't know if that was...
It could have been because the friend of his that came upon all this said that he didn't have a phone. So he knocked on a couple doors to get a phone to call us.
Oh, God.
So
I didn't see anyone. I
that's
came
okay.
down. It took me a minute.
He got the other neighbor too.
Okay.
Give him a phone and call.
Apparently, he was banging... Robert was banging on their door at 2:30 in the morning, covered in blood. They opened the door and let him in, dripping blood. They said he was acting all crazy, like he was high or something. And they basically told him to go away. They wiped up the blood, closed the door, and went back to bed.
Hello?
Yeah, that didn't seem odd. If your neighbor shows up at your door in the middle of the night covered in blood, wouldn't you call?
I'd be calling the police.
You think?
I mean...
Well, that gives us our time frame anyway.
This new information casts a shadow over Robert's actions. If he went to the neighbor's house the night before, why didn't he tell the officers? And if he sought help so late at night, what made him stop, pass out, and only wake hours later to call the police at 10:15 a.m., nearly 8 hours after his first attempt? The questions are troubling. And as one officer speaks with the neighbor who assisted Robert, her statement points towards a suspect who has been absent from all conversations so far. But before we continue, let's talk about something that's been bothering us. You ever notice how the internet seems to know a little too much about you? You search for something once, and suddenly every ad knows. That's not a coincidence. It's how the system is designed. There are entire companies, data brokers, whose entire business is to collect, package, and sell your private info. Your phone number, your home address, your email, even your family members. And they sell it to anyone. Marketers, scammers, stalkers. No consent, no warning. When we looked ourselves up, just our names and emails, dozens of sites had our information listed. It felt like someone built a digital dossier on us and left it wide open. That's why we decided to use Aura, today's sponsor. Aura is like a digital bodyguard. It finds where your info is being sold and scrubs it off automatically. No paperwork, no rabbit holes. They handle it all. Aura doesn't just stop at removing your data from broker sites. It also monitors the dark web and alerts you if your personal information shows up. You'll get real-time fraud detection tied to your credit and banking activity, plus tools like a secure VPN, antivirus, and a password manager, all in one app. And if something ever does go wrong, you're backed up by up to $5 million in identity theft insurance and 24/7 US-based support. Try it free for 14 days at aura.com/thevillains. In those 2 weeks, you'll discover where your data is being exposed and sold. We're not leaving ourselves vulnerable. And you shouldn't either.
Sorry you had to go through that.
You realize there's a third person that lives there that's not anywhere around this morning, right?
Who is that? Do you know?
There was two.
You
said there was another third guy that always hung out with him. I have no idea if he lives there.
All right.
Is there a female that lives there and they married or anything like that?
Not that I know.
Not that any of us know of.
Okay.
My kids kind of knew Rob because they're of the same age, but Rob seemed to always be more in trouble than my kids were, so they weren't exactly friends or acquaintances.
No, they weren't friends at all. No, okay.
There was one point in time we left on vacation and we thought that Rob and Matt had come, or not Matt, Mark had come in and vandalized our house and stolen some things.
This was a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
You guys, you all live right here?
No.
Okay, you live right over there. Okay.
Is Rob okay?
We have to.
He was very upset.
He is upset. I think he'll be okay. But so basically, if you can just give me a gist as to.
It was a quiet Sunday.
Yeah.
I was changing laundry in my laundry room, and I heard banging on my door.
Okay. So someone was banging on your
back door.
Door. Okay.
Rob's been around enough that he probably knows that's the door everybody here uses.
Okay.
Just because it's closest to the garage.
You know what time that was?
No, I have no idea. I did not look at the clock at all. I can tell you when he called 911, I used to use my phone. And it would have been only minutes before that.
So he's banging on the door.
I've got 10:15 as the 911 call, so maybe 10:10.
Okay.
Back at the house, officers turn their attention to contacting the property owners of the residence.
Yeah, I think we've been here before. They're the homeowners. They're currently in Florida. Would you just see if you can find them in CAD and see if we have any history and any kind of a cell phone number for either one, and just hold all that. Okay, thank you.
And when the relatives of the property owner arrive, they have a story to tell about Mark and Robert.
Oh my God, what happened?
How you doing?
Not good. My brother Dale is in Florida. He owns, he's owner of the house.
Okay.
He just moved to Florida.
Gotcha.
I have the key to this house. It's my mother's house, but it's really my brother's house.
You guys renting it out?
They were not renting. They were living here watching the dog and taking care of the house, doing the grass and all that.
Okay.
Mark is the one that was here living, and his friend was here.
Okay.
Rob is his friend.
Okay.
That's all I know right now. I do have a key to the house, just so you know. I could give you my license if you need.
Okay.
But I don't know what happened.
Yeah, well, it's a ongoing investigation, so I can't speak of anything that's going on in there right now.
Short hair.
The dog that they were watching was like, what color dog?
White.
Okay.
It was a white poodle. Is the dog still okay?
Yeah, dog's fine.
Okay. Because I was here yesterday, and I let him talk to his mother on the phone. His phone wasn't working.
Were you here yesterday?
I was here probably 2 o'clock.
In the afternoon?
In the afternoon.
On
yes.
September 30th?
Yes.
Okay. So you were here, and who was here with Mark?
Okay, Mark was in the bedroom, and I was talking to Mark. Rob was here. That's my brother Phil. That's my brother Phil. He's very concerned right now, too.
The family insists that only Mark and Robert live in the house, but the neighbor reveals a very different version of events.
He did say I was the only neighbor that answered the door, so I think he may have been over there or over there. I don't know what, but I think he had been on the run.
81.
He was out of breath. He was red-faced. I really think he was running around the neighborhood, beating on doors, trying to get somebody to answer their phone.
Come back to the house.
Or to use their phone.
This guy, this third guy that hangs out there.
I don't know. He used to hang out with these guys a long time.
Okay.
And there was a third guy named Matt that was always with them. But I didn't even know they were living there. So I have no idea whether he's with them or not.
Okay.
He's older though, right? You say
you guys haven't seen him around at any.
Apparently, my brother knew that he was living there. My brother didn't tell me, and I had no idea he was even there.
So it says that he's probably, he could possibly be living there. Okay.
I work second shift. I've come home lots of times at 11:30 midnight. I have chickens, and I always double check everything with them so we don't have any predators in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
I've heard somebody over there that sounds like an older man yelling, singing. He sounds like he's out of his mind most of the time.
Do you know any features about the guy? Is he white, black?
He's white. He's got messed up teeth. I haven't seen him in years and years. I can't remember much more than that, but the teeth will pretty much give him away.
For the first time, officers have a description of a possible suspect. As they begin searching for a man known only as Matt, the homeowner's family provides even more troubling details about Robert and Mark.
So Joanne was pissed because you guys are sending pictures of the house.
Yeah, that was a week ago. That was a week ago.
But I'm assuming she's upset because
the condition of the house.
Yeah, the condition of the house.
Yes.
And she called, "Oh, I'm embarrassed," and you know, we didn't think he was going to be like that. You know,
you guys had a verbal agreement that, hey, stay here, watch the dogs.
Yes.
But take care of the house and all that.
But they were letting the house get trashed. Oh, listen to this. Another thing that they got in a fight about yesterday, I forgot to tell you.
Who got in a fight?
Joanne and Mark were, on the phone, and Joanne was not very happy with Mark because Mark's car got towed because Rob took it to work the night before, and it got towed. Mark's car got towed. I guess that there was a headlight out on the car. And then the cops pulled him over. He works at McDonald's in Bedford, or Oakwood.
What day was that?
It would have been, let's see.
Yesterday?
It would have been Friday night. Mark's car got towed.
And then she informs the officer about a certain concerning habit that Robert has.
Okay. The car getting towed. I know they've been friends for a long time.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they have been. I would say talk to Joanne about Rob.
Okay.
She knew Rob more than anybody. I mean, Rob wouldn't even look at me. He didn't even turn his face to look at me, but I think he was on some kind of drugs, Rob, because he was itching all the time. When I see him, he's always itching, and that's, to me, a sign of you're on some kind of drugs. And his face was all like, scratched up, and
that's heroin.
That's heroin or crystal meth. Now, I know Mark had some depression issues. I don't know if he killed himself or somebody else hurt him. I don't know, but I know that Mark was a very disturbed kid. He was jobless. He was homeless. I know he witnessed his father's body a long time ago, and that never set with him, and he always has had problems with his he had to what do they call it, view his father's body when his father got in a car accident and he was decapitated. Mark had to see that, so that always messed his head up.
As officers regroup to share what they've learned, a disturbing theory about Mark's murder starts to take shape.
He has blood on his hands. He has blood on his pants.
Did he say he touched the body or anything? Or?
I can see a spot on his knee where it looks like he knelt in some, but he has splatter on him.
I talked to them this morning at 2:30 a.m. Robert knocked on the door. Morning? Yep, 2:30 this morning. Had a gray hoodie on, blood from the hood down. As he was knocking, the wife answered because they had like their cousin over, and he just left, so she assumed they forgot something. Open up the door. He walks in. She notices his right knuckle has glass in it, and they had blood on the front door. They cleaned it off. Where he was standing, right when you walk in, there's blood there. They cleaned it up. They said he was acting very strange, possibly high. Kept looking down.
But they didn't call us.
But we don't know what this gray hoodie is, do we?
No,
it may be not went through the house. A&S is going to be on their way to get a dog, and then we go. Where's the dog secured out to? So, unless there's this gray hoodie wherever that is, that's fine. We'll find it. We just haven't went through. We haven't taken any significant pictures until you got there.
With the mysterious third person still unaccounted for, much of what happened to Mark hinges on Robert's memory. As one team photographs the house for evidence, another takes a more confrontational approach with Robert, pressing him for answers as they deliver the devastating news of Mark's death. Robert's intense reaction to the news of Mark's death is telling, and yet critical questions remain about what really unfolded between the two. With neighbor testimonies, especially from those who recall Robert knocking on their door early that morning, and the cuts and bruises on his arms, officers decide to bring him down to the station for questioning. What unravels there makes the detective realize that the unit had been staring at Mark's killer all this time.
The key for you, Rob, is to be truthful and kind of tell us what happened without making something up, okay? And like I said, I know your history and I know stuff, and I know what I've talked to the neighbor next door, and I was up there for about an hour and saw me up there talking to people, looking around, seeing what was going on. So I saw, the condition of the house and stuff like that. The best thing to do is, number one, tell me what happened in that house tonight, how your night went. Today is Sunday morning, right? Yesterday was a beautiful day out, nice cold day. Did you work at Genius yesterday? No, I was supposed to, but I guess so I never go in. Where does Mark work? Where does he work? He's unemployed. All right. But just kind of tell me what happened on Saturday night and Sunday at the house. You didn't do anything last night?
No, we were just drinking.
Drinking what? Alcohol. Like what kind?
We had a 12-pack of natural base and Steel Reserves.
So you guys drinking any girls over or anything like that?
Mm-hmm.
Just you and him all night? Yep. What time do you think you kind of went to bed?
I have no idea. I just, like I said, I woke up on the couch and just laid on the floor.
And what did you see?
He was laying there and I see blood around him.
Okay. That's it. Did you touch him?
It was cold.
Okay.
Then I ran to the neighbor's house and my phone was dead. It wasn't turned on. So I ran to the neighbor's house and the one didn't answer, the other neighbor didn't answer, so I ran across the street to the Roland's house because I went to school with their son.
Yeah, I know. Across the street to Roland's. What time in the morning was that?
I don't know.
I mean, you were sober this morning, right, when you went over there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I woke up and he just left the floor.
Okay. And you don't know anything about what happened at all? Nobody came over, though? It was just you and him?
Mm-hmm.
When you called dispatch this morning, when you called 911 this morning, okay, you basically said he had a stab wound. Okay. Now, I don't know how you knew that by not knowing anything other than he's laying there cold. Because I was just over there, I couldn't see no stab wound. So here's where we're at, Rob. Now, something happened between you and him last night. Just
apparently we were arguing or something.
Yeah, you got to tell me.
I don't remember though.
Well, you got to tell me what you can remember because
my neck hurts too. Like my neck's all sore.
Like you guys were fighting or something?
Yeah, but I don't remember fighting with him.
Okay.
I remember fighting with him.
As the detective confronts Robert about his absent memory, his defense starts to crumble.
Now, people fight. Okay, me and my son fight. Me and the guys at work, we argue, we fight, horseplay. Things happen. Okay, but you got to help me figure out how the whole house is destroyed, damaged. Blood's all over the place. You got blood on yourself. You have blood all over your clothing. The neighbors saw you come over with blood. There's blood all over their house from you going over there at 2:30 in the morning. So I know you know what happened, but don't let me try to figure it out. Help me tell me how this went down. Whether it was an accident, you guys were horseplaying, whatever happened. Okay, you can cry, and I know you're upset because he was your best friend. I know that for years of being here. Okay, you guys are like blood brothers. But something happened last night, and whether he instigated it, you instigated it, we all need to kind of know. Understand? So it's very important that you kind of tell me how it went down. or we're just going to think that you just killed your best friend, which I don't think that's the case. Get it? I don't think it was purposely. You know, there's drugs laying all over the house. There's a couple crack pipes with laying in the living room. You know, I know you guys aren't Snow White. And I know you're not Snow White. And I know you do silly things. Okay, and you got a problem. You got a little bit of an addiction problem. So does Mark. We all know that. We were there a couple months ago when he overdosed. Kind of help me out. Tell me how this went down. What happened? What started it?
Well, I don't remember why we were arguing. He started choking me, and I couldn't breathe. And then I did stab him with my knife. I tried to get him off of me. And I don't remember what happened after that. I think I went to the neighbors, tried to call 911, and I don't know, and then somehow I ended up on the couch.
Where'd you stab him with the knife? Under the arm?
I don't know. He fucking did it. Something like that. Go on.
What kind of chokehold did he have you in? Where's the knife at?
Don't know.
It
should be in the house or something.
Is it buried in the yard? Did you throw it?
No, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I remember running to the neighbor's house, called 911 because my phone wasn't working. And then next thing I know, I wake up on the couch.
Okay. What kind of knife was it?
It was just a little pocket knife.
A little pocket knife? Do you have it on you now?
No.
What color is it?
Black.
Does it flip open? How long was the blade?
Maybe 3 inches, or maybe.
Right. Well, it looks like a pretty good fight. You know, the table's busted in there and everything like that. Well, you don't know what the fight was over? Was he mad at you for drugs?
I don't know. We were sitting there drinking it, and then I remember us fighting, and then I woke up on the couch. I remember you said I was at the neighbors at like 2:30 or something. Mm-hmm. I do remember doing that, and then next thing you know, I woke up on the couch. I don't know how I got back. I don't even remember going back in the house.
Right, I'm sure you were dazed at that point. You know, you guys had just a traumatic fight. You know, that's understandable.
Like, dude, you okay? Like, I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted him off of me. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, how were you? If he's choking you, how did you have a knife in your hand?
I always have a knife in my pocket.
So he's choking you. Why is he choking you? How'd you get the knife?
I went like that and grabbed it, I guess.
Or did you have it out when you were threatening him?
No, I don't know. I wasn't threatening him. Why would you do that?
Like I said, I know you guys are friends. You guys are thick as thieves, you know. He's your best friend. You were living together for a long time. It's just you guys got apparently got in a fight and got out of hand. But, I apologize. I'm sorry for lost your friend. But you got to make this sound. Make sense out of it, right? You know what I mean? What I saw is what I saw, and I kind of form an opinion based on my experience of what I saw. And, what you're saying to some point jives, makes sense. And, I just want to make sure it all makes sense. We don't want to call you a liar here later on, Only you and Mark know what happened in the house that day, unfortunately.
The injuries on Mark's body align with Robert's confession of multiple stab wounds, and yet it is Robert's claim of self-defense that sparks even more questions. By the way, if you're finding this video interesting so far, please do us a favor. Make sure to hit like and subscribe and help us get to 1 million subscribers. We're almost there. Now, let's dive back in.
Is there any reason why you didn't call 911 last night?
My phone wasn't working. That's why I went to the neighbors. So I can use her phone to call.
Did you tell them to call 911?
I don't even remember talking to anybody.
Well, all they said is you're apologizing for turning off or setting the alarm off, their house alarm. You're like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I set your alarm off. You remember sitting down in their living room?
No, not at all.
So you stabbed them once from over your shoulder with what, like this, your right hand? Well, we got to try to figure out how you got all these cuts on you and stuff because you came over with blood all over you.
To the neighbors?
Mm-hmm. You got blood all over your house.
I don't even remember being in their house. I remember knocking on their door, that's it.
Okay. If you came at him, it's one thing. If he came at you, it's another. But you can't make that stuff up, okay? So, like, if you went after him and he was, like the stab wound, for instance. Okay, we know now he stabbed, all right? You're saying that you went over your shoulder when he had you in a headlock. Did you go underneath his armpit or over his shoulder, over your head?
I just just remember going like this. I wanted him off of me, just going like this because he was behind me choking me.
Okay. So was the stab in his back?
I have no idea.
Okay. Now, when we analyze his body, just so you know, we'll be able to tell if that angle is the angle of the stab wound. You understand that? So that's what the medical examiner does. The medical examiner will take that stab wound, will find that knife, it will find out the angle that it went into his body. Okay? So we had a lady that was stabbed a lot of times, and a lot of the wounds were defensive. She had her hands up like this, and so the coroner was able to go and put like trajectory rods in to show how the wounds were made. Okay? Same thing like with this. If that's what happened, and that's what the evidence will show when they do his autopsy, if that's how the stab wound came in, that's great if that's how it was. But I want you to understand that if it doesn't come back that way and it's something else, okay, it just makes you look like you're lying. Okay? And the most important thing today is to make sure that you are not called a liar, and we don't have to say, well, that doesn't make any here's the wounds. It didn't happen the way Rob said it happened. You understand? So I'm trying to tell you the truth, how everything works. So like when you walk out of here today, you'll know exactly, we'll know exactly, and we know that you're not lying. Okay? Okay.
But it's not just Robert's self-defense claim that's troubling. The detective still has no clear motive. To uncover it, he needs to understand what sparked the argument between Robert and Mark. To get to the bottom of this, he appeals to Robert's emotions.
It's okay to let it out. I know this is tough. Your life's going to change today. You know that. It's already changed. Things aren't going to be the same. And apparently, his mom's going to want to know why you guys were arguing, right? Your mom's going to want to know why you were arguing. I mean, drunk's one thing. I know people, if you only drink a 12-pack, it's not that much that you're totally annihilated. I know, I could see you said you weren't on any kind of drugs, so that means you weren't hallucinating or anything like that. So you got to kind of have some kind of recollection of how this all started, Does that make sense to you? Like me, if I drink, I drink a 6-pack or 12-pack, I would have to drink 2 bottles of whiskey before I didn't know what the hell I was doing. It's hard to get in a fight and go and have enough sense to go over to the neighbors and talk to them and come back and do all this stuff by blacking out. Yeah, but you remember going over there, right?
I remember knocking on their door, yes. I don't remember being in their house or anything.
Do you know why? Because you're a little stressed out at that point. You just had a fight. So, after the fact, it kind of like gets a little cloudy because the stress level is, is that high. But before it happened, the memory should be pretty damn good. After, I'm sure you're freaked out, right? When it happened. So certain things like, did you ever walk in a cloud, like in a fog sometimes? Like things like your body has a traumatic incident, it kind of slows down and protects you for survival is what happens. After the fact, that's probably what happened. That's probably why you don't remember the conversation that you had with them people over there. But prior to that, your brain's working fine. Okay, so your memory should be pretty good. Does that make sense? And that's probably what you see. If you recall last night, you probably had a pretty good memory up until the trauma. You ever get in a car accident? Can you tell me how this fight started? Where were you sitting? Where was he sitting? Were you standing? What happened?
I don't remember. I remember sitting on the couch. He was on the other couch where he was at. And I don't remember exactly what happened, but that's the only thing. I remember reaching over my shoulder like this and just stabbing him.
Multiple times?
Just once. Like just once. And then we separated. I was like, are you okay? Like, I didn't mean to do that. You're choking me. And then that's when I ran to the neighbor's house. I don't remember even being in their house at all.
But how did you start choking you? What was the fight about?
I don't know. I don't remember.
You were sitting on the couch. You remember coming off the couch and fighting?
No, I don't. I just remember him being behind me, choking me, and then after I stabbed him, I went like this, and then I was at the neighbor's house, and then the next thing I know, I woke up on the couch and he's in the floor. I got up to check on him. He wasn't moving.
While Robert continues to stick to his story, he discloses the location of the murder weapon.
To want to get rid of the evidence, okay? And I'm not going to hold that against you, okay, because you told me the truth, all right? Now, because we're at this point, I do need to know what you did with that knife. And I know you most likely, I know you know where it's at. I just understand why you don't want to tell me or didn't want to tell originally or hid it earlier. Okay, does that make sense to you? It's usually when somebody hides something or does something, they want to get rid of the evidence. Whether it's, I've seen family members just shoot somebody and actually put a gun back in the drawer where it belongs, because they just don't want, they want to disassociate with that item sometimes, whether it's a gun or a knife or whatever, because you didn't initially, I know you didn't want to tell me that you stabbed your buddy, and I appreciate you being cooperative, okay? Don't get me wrong. I know that there was a lot of shit going on at your head at that time. You had to make rash, quick decisions, and you know what you did, okay? You got to tell me where this knife is. So I don't want to search the whole house or dig a hole with a canine and bring out metal detectors. You got to tell me where it's at, all right? Just tell me where the knife's at so we don't have to waste $3 for a day looking for it.
To New York, around that pond thing, around the pond. So I remember when I left the house, I had it in the printers and work.
Did you stick it in the ground and stick it in and bury it?
I didn't bury it or anything. I just threw it.
Threw it in the yard? Okay. All right, let me call. It's not a house. Go.
Police eventually recovered the pocket knife near a small decorative pond in the front yard of the residence. Robert never explained the reason behind his argument with Mark that ultimately ended his life, maintaining that he had no intention to kill and acted solely in self-defense. However, in September of 2018, a jury found Robert Hanford guilty of first-degree murder, and he was sentenced to 15 years to life in prison. If you found this case interesting, you need to check out my video on the pro detectives that outsmarted the suspect with a genius trap.